Today, we are tackling, well, the biggest topic imaginable, the universe itself. In just the next few minutes, we're going to journey from its fiery birth all the way to its mind-boggling scale. So let's start with the most fundamental question there is. Now, that sounds like a simple question, right? But think about it. It's one of the most profound things we can possibly ask. We live inside it every single second of our lives, but what is it really? To even start to understand, we need to get a good definition. Okay, so to get our bearings in this cosmic ocean, we need a solid definition. And the best place to start is with the word itself. You know, the word itself actually gives us a massive clue. It comes from the Latin universus, which means combined into one. And that single idea, that's the perfect launchpad for understanding what we're really talking about. Because that's what it all boils down to. The universe is, well, it's everything. The whole shebang combined into one. It's not just the planets and stars way out there. It's the empty space between them. It's all the energy. It's time itself. And yeah, it's you and it's me. We are literally a part of the universe. So if the universe is everything, the next big question has to be, what is everything made of? And let me tell you, the answer is going to knock your socks off. Okay, get a load of this. This is the recipe for our universe, and it is just wild. A massive 68% is something we call dark energy, this mysterious force that's apparently making the universe expand. Then you've got another 27%, which is dark matter, some invisible stuff whose gravity is basically holding galaxies together. And that tiny little 5% slice? Yeah, that's us. That's everything we can actually see. Let that sink in for a second. Everything we see, everything we can touch and measure with our instruments, it all adds up to only 5% of what's actually out there. That means 95% of our universe is a complete and total mystery. So what's in that tiny 5%? Well, it's all the familiar stuff. It's the atoms that build the stars, the planets, you, me, our dogs. Literally everything in our daily lives is just a tiny fraction of what the universe is made of. All right, so we know what it's made of. Kinda. Mostly mysterious stuff. But where did it all come from? What's the origin story here? Well, the best science we have points way, way back, about 13.7 billion years ago. The leading theory, you've probably heard of it, is the Big Bang. And it suggests that everything that exists was once crammed into this unbelievably hot, dense little point. And then, bam. In a flash, it all exploded outwards, and that was the beginning of time and space as we know it. And you really have to try and picture this. All the raw material for hundreds of billions of galaxies. Every star, every planet, every black hole, all of it started from a point thousands of times smaller than the head of a pin. It's absolutely staggering to think about. So, from that microscopic beginning, the universe grew. A lot. But just how big are we talking about now? This is where your brain might start to hurt a little bit. Okay, so the part of the universe we can actually see, what we call the observable universe, is about 93 billion light years across. And remember, a light year isn't a measure of time. It's the distance light travels in an entire year. So that's an insane number multiplied by 93 billion. But here's the kicker. As enormous as that is, that's just the part we can see. The universe is only about 13.7 billion years old, so light from anything further away simply hasn't had time to get to us yet. The real universe? Oh, it's almost certainly way, way bigger. How much bigger? Well, one scientific estimate puts the entire universe at, get this, 7 trillion light years across. That's not a typo. Trillion. That is more than 250 times bigger than the chunk we can even see. The scale is just, it's almost impossible to get your head around. So we know where it started, and we know it's gigantic now. But what's next? Where is all of this headed? So here's what we know for sure. The universe is still expanding. A guy named Edwin Hubble figured this out back in the 1920s. We can see that all the other galaxies are moving away from us. For a long time, scientists wondered if gravity might eventually hit the brakes and pull everything back together in a big crunch. But, and this is a big but, new discoveries about that mysterious dark energy suggest the opposite is happening. The expansion is actually speeding up. And this expansion has been relentless. The area of space we can see right now is billions, with a B, of times bigger than it was when the universe was just a baby. And it shows no signs of stopping. Okay, before we wrap this up, let's do one last zoom out. A little cosmic fact file with a few numbers that will absolutely bend your brain. Let's start close to home, or, relatively close. Our own galaxy, the Milky Way. We think it has over 100 billion stars. To put that in perspective, that is more stars than there are grains of sand on every single beach on planet Earth. Wow. Okay, now hold that number in your head, 100 billion, because that's also the estimated number of galaxies we think are in the observable universe. 100 billion galaxies, and each one of them has billions of its own stars. Yeah, the numbers just start to feel fake at this point. And orbiting all those trillions and trillions of stars? Planets. We have already confirmed over 5,000 planets outside our solar system, and that number is growing every single day. And that is just scratching the surface of the hundreds of billions that are probably hiding in our galaxy alone. So, there you have it. From its mind-bending scale to its mysterious makeup, our understanding of the universe is changing all the time. And that really leaves us with the most exciting question of all, doesn't it? With 95% of the cosmos still a complete mystery, what incredible cosmic secret are we going to uncover next?